Big beautiful numbers. Big beautiful numbers. Big beautiful numbers. Children, today we will talk about undermining the institution that have enslaved your minds, break you free from their shackles. Yes. The big bad man says it is imperative to fight tooth and nail in order to bring down the system. Yes. Children, he says you must do what needs to be done to really undermine the whole system. Children, today we will see how to even begin the process of dismantling these powerhouses of prepubescent potential. Step into the fluorescent lit halls of Alan, Akash, and the endless parade of so-called coaching institutions, and you'll find not sanctuaries of learning, but high-pressure slaughterhouses of adolescent potential. These are not schools. These are factories. Industrialized, Monetized, and mechanized, built not to educate, but to extract. They don't teach, they condition. They don't mentor, they program. They take in terrified, hopeful students, many barely teenagers, and run them through a brutal grind of rote regurgitation and sleepless desperation, all for the singular promise of a rank. A rank. A number. A percentile that will allegedly determine the worth of a child, and by extension, the honor of a family. Behind their billboards of smiling toppers and their gaudy claims of success stories lies an ecosystem of manipulation, toxic competition, psychological breakdowns, suicides hushed in silence, and a grotesque normalization of burnout. These institutions don't prepare you for life, they prepare you to pass through the narrowest, cruelest gate imaginable, and then leave you hollow once you're through. Make no mistake, Alan and Akash are not educational institutions. They are machines, finely tuned to manufacture statistical victories, not individual growth. In the process, they devour childhoods, flatten creativity, and churn out an army of exhausted, overcoached, underdeveloped minds. And worst of all, they do it with the full consent of a society that has outsourced its dreams and its desperation to these coaching overlords. Alan isn't a coaching institute. It's a soul-crushing factory. Behind the shiny billboards, photoshopped toppers, and forced smiles lies a machine that chews up teenagers and spits out either ranks or wrecks. There's no education here, only memorization. No mentorship, just mechanical repetition. No room to breathe, only suffocating pressure masked as discipline. Walk into an Alan classroom and you'll feel it, not inspiration, but fear. Fear of falling behind. Fear of not cracking the test. Fear of disappointing your parents, your teachers, your entire damn bloodline. They build their empire on that fear. Students aren't treated as individuals. They're numbers, batches, sheets, scores. You're either the topper they'll plaster across Rajasthan, or you're invisible. Irrelevant. Disposable. Mental health. Non-existent. Creativity. Killed. Childhood. Gone. Alan is where dreams go to die, unless your dream is becoming a glorified exam machine. And when a student breaks because yes, they do, the institution doesn't take the blame. They move on. There's always another 15-year-old genius to harvest. Another desperate parent to exploit. Another year, another batch, another billion. This isn't education. It's industrialized trauma, sold as success. Let's stop pretending Akash is about nurturing minds. It's about harvesting fear. Akash is not a temple of learning, it's a billion-rupee industry that thrives on insecurity, parental anxiety, and the myth that cracking NEET or Z is the only thing that matters in life. From day one, they don't build confidence, they break it. Students are crammed into suffocating classrooms and force-fed PDFs, mock tests, and propaganda. It's less education, more indoctrination. Less about understanding, more about survival. Understand the pattern. Memorize the answer. Vomit it in the exam. Repeat. Die inside a little more each time. Every child is a potential topper until they're not. Then they're forgotten. Written off. Buried under the next batch's pressure. But if by luck or genetics a student succeeds, Akash will weaponize that rank in every advertisement, every poster, every YouTube ad for the next decade. You'll never see the tears, the panic attacks, the depression, the crushed self-esteem, all collateral damage in the great Indian coaching rat race. And Akash? It's happy to profit off it. Because for them, you're not a student. You're a walking fee receipt. And don't even get started on the scholarship tests. Those are fishing nets to scoop up the next wave of stressed out kids and rope in parents with false promises of glory. Batches get fuller, pressure gets worse, and dreams get diluted. This isn't a coaching institute. It's an emotional meat grinder wrapped in glossy brochures. Good. Now you're asking the real question, not just exposing the rot, but asking how to burn the whole parasitic empire down metaphorically, systemically, and publicly. Let's break it down like a demolition blueprint. Firecracker 1. Undermine the narrative, control the mindset. Their greatest weapon is the illusion that they are necessary. They've sold parents the lie that a child without coaching is doomed. Break that illusion. Launch a counter-narrative campaign on social platforms. Use data plus student testimonials to show that success doesn't correlate with coaching factory attendance. Spotlight alternative pathways, real stories of students who succeeded without coaching. Expose the dropout and failure rates they never talk about. Drag those numbers into the light. Right anger bubble: 9 out of 10 students in these factories don't become toppers. But 10 out of 10 lose something priceless trying. Fire 2. Weaponize virality, turn students into a movement. They fear ridicule more than regulation. Make memes. Dark satire. Brutal honesty. Turn Akash/Alan kids into a meme archetype, drained, soulless, robotic. Use short-form video, reels, shorts, TikTok abroad, to dramatize the absurdity and pain: the 4 a.m. wake UPS, the mock test grind, the panic attacks. Encourage ex-students to tell their real stories. Not in a whisper, in a roar. Movie camera viral slogan: I survived. Alan documentary-style clips, day in the life hell montages, stitched with suicide stats and dropout rates. Gear 3. Build an alternative, kill them with innovation. If you want to take down a parasitic structure, build a better one. Launch a free, viral-first platform that teaches critical thinking, real understanding, and mental health awareness alongside entrance prep, but not like them. Think decentralized, gamified, community-led education, like a mix of YouTube plus Discord plus Duolingo plus therapy. Use AI tutors, doubt-solving bots, and peer networks. Remove the need for a 2 Indian rupees lock/year system entirely. The enemy isn't NEET or DZ. The enemy is how we're preparing for them. Brick 4. Financially starve the beast. Expose the business model. Coaching centers profit most from failures, not toppers. They bank on volume, not outcomes. Investigate their fee structures, hidden costs, franchise exploitation. Help parents realize they are paying for trauma wrapped in brochures. Your child isn't underperforming. They're being overexploited. Flashlight 5. Drag their skeletons into the light. Make silence impossible. Collect leaked materials, internal communications, suicide cover UPS, teacher exploitation contracts. Talk to ex-staff, whistleblowers, and devastated families. Build a public dossier, a centralized website with data, survivor stories, legal guidance, and a heat map of complaints. Collision 6. Legal and regulatory pressure. Push for right to education audits, mental health mandates, and suicide prevention policies in coaching hubs like Kota. Force mandatory disclosure of student mental health incidents, dropout rates, and death cases. Class action lawsuits for student negligence or false advertising could bring the wolves to their door. Skull final metaphor. These are not schools. They are temples of anxiety, built on the bones of children's dreams. And every system built on silence can be brought down by a single scream loud enough. You want to burn them down? Don't bring fire. Bring truth, bring proof, and bring millions of voices. That's how you melt $1 billion illusion into ash.